And we got a special guest tonight, 1,700 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10.5 yards per carry, led the whole state of New York in rushing, player of the year in New England, also is a shutdown corner. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Sports. I am your host, Mr. Jeremiah Khalid.
I said, that'd be a good fight. He's like, no, cakewalk. I'm like,
nobody, not one analyst is talking about Jack as a sixth man. It's not gonna happen.
But Jack is
definitely my corner days are over. I'm getting old. I can't do corner no more. My corner days are over. My legs ain't the same.
Only one side of the ball.
Only one side for now, and then when I get to college, we'll talk about something maybe.
right. Hey, so you've had offers from Purdue, Wake Forest, and Maryland, but you have verbally committed to
Temple. I verbally committed to Temple. I will be at Temple University in 2019. I will be there.
So why Temple?
They got a plan for me, within the next 4 years. I'm going to come in. I could potentially be a starter. I could contribute pretty early. That's pretty much what I like to hear. And then also just academically, they got the broadcasting that I want to do. They got the resources. They can give me an internship as soon as possible. And I think, that's what really matters is after football, am I going to be academically set up? Maryland and Wake Forest and U Albany, Towns, those are all great schools, are academically really, really good. But I think that I got to be prepared for the next steps after football. And I think Temple is really going to get me to where I need to go.
You're playing running back. You're saying no more corner right now, at least. No more corner right now.
Yeah,
you got the sturdy frame. You got the hands. You got your feet. You're a big one-cut guy. At least that's what I saw on your film. You let your body take control and your speed. What guys are you looking to now, like on film? Like, what are your role models in either collegiate level, pro level?
Definitely, I think Carlos Hyde. I know what you were saying. I looked at him today, and we kind of got the same body type. I think, but if I had to put three people in mind, I'd definitely say Carlos Hyde body type, LaDainian Thomason speed, but Darren Sproles kind of play style. I can play punt returner, kick returner. I can be in the backfield in the slot. So I kind of look up to all those guys. At the collegiate level, James Conner. I don't think anybody know about him. He was the Pitt running back who dealt with cancer. I look at him and just seeing the way he runs and just the aggressiveness. I'm like, that's definitely me. And I was talking to Pitt for a while too also. So, they compared me to him. They were like, you could be this James Conner of the era when you come in. So I definitely think collegiate level is definitely James Conner. But if I had to go to pro level, I'd be Carlos Hyde, LaDainian Thomas, and definitely Darren Sproles.
But then I can tell that you trying to separate yourself from that because you in media, you take your academics seriously, and so.
and you didn't always take your academics.
I did not. I could totally admit to that. I did not take it serious at all.
Do you think ball was a big motivation for you to get better academically? Maybe through talking to coaches or?
Yeah, I think when I was at Lincoln, I got hit with a one-year ban. But also before that, you can't play no sport if you don't have a 2.0. Right. In the freshman year, you look at my report card, all F's, 2 A's, 3 A's. Guess what the A's were in PE?
Right. I mean, that's not funny.
Yeah,
but
it was in PE.
No,
I skipped every class, came back the last day, the last couple of times, and went to PE. It's sad. You look at my transcript as a coach. That's what I didn't understand until my sophomore year. Is that you look at that transcript and as a coach, you're like, I'm concerned.
Right.
Is he gonna have that same mental slip up when he comes here?
But like today, we celebrate you. Like we're proud of you, right?
I'm excited.
But for 15 years, man, it was nothing to celebrate. I mean,
none.
Bring us through the process.
So I was in 7 homes in 1 month. I went from Treasure Island to Antioch to I can't even remember. It was so many different places I was there. And I kept getting a week notice. And it's because of just my behavior. It's like, I'm tired of being in new homes. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having to pick my bags up every day, every other week. Oh, I'm going to a new house. And the thing is, it's not easy. A lot of people think it's like, everyone thinks, oh, well, you could probably find a home real quick. No one wants a kid at the age of 10, 12 that you got to, that's not mature. You know what I mean?
That's already kind of had me conditioned a certain way.
Right. I mean, so what was going on at the house, that landed you in the foster system?
Basically just kind of, I wasn't going to school. I think that drew attention. I think any kid that has a truancy, that draws a little bit of attention to what's going on. I did not, I didn't have clothes. I'd wear the same clothes every other day. I think that just drew attention, and the school I was at, Bret Hart Elementary, they saw that, they knew something was going on. And I think, what I really got into was me and my mom and my little sister went to court. She had, some court, and I think we were in the little playroom. 2 o'clock passes, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. My mom got arrested on spot at the court. No one told us. So we drive into that's when I first got introduced to the shelter. Me and my sister drove there. I tell you now, to this day, me and my sister separated. I've never been in the same home with her once.
Are you still in any kind of contact with
her? I text him. I haven't seen him in about a year or two. I think, and like we talked, it's kind of hard to, because I feel like I've disappointed them because of where I was at in life. I feel like I didn't do right by them. Everything I'm working for is for them. It's for my sister and my brother, because they've been through more tragic stuff than me. Being separated from their older brother, I can't even call. Like, I call them and I cry, because again, I hear the hurt in them. Sometimes I feel like I'm fading away. They don't know who their brother is anymore, because of the simple fact that I haven't been there. And I guess I told Jeremiah, it's like, I'm working for them. If I make it to the league, it's for them. If I graduate with a degree, it's for them. It's not. He's like, I'm coming to get you. My brother's coming to get you. I'm gonna take you out of this spot here. And they in a really good home. They in my sister's godmom, her godmom house, and they've been raised really well. They've been fed and clothed, and a house over their head. And I think they've had a good lifestyle. But I just don't want them to ever go through what I went through. My sister was young. She didn't see my mom get beat. You know what I mean? She didn't see the struggles my mom had to go through. She didn't understand it, to be honest. We're at the court, and I know my mom got arrested. I'm crying. She's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "It's gonna be all right." But me knowing I lied to her was not the best opportunity.
You landed a scholarship to go to SI initially your freshman year. Mm-hmm. How did that all play out? What did they have planned for you over at SI? What was your vision going into your freshman year?
Going into my freshman year, I was pretty excited. I had a lot of friends who were there. I knew what I could do. Academically, I was a little bit scared because it was a little bit different from the middle school I went to. I didn't think I was academically ready, but they had a set plan. They had goals. I was in the Modus program. I did a lot of summer school. I think they were really excited. I think the diversity, they're trying to get a lot of diversity there too, so I think that's why they were also excited. Unfortunately, things happened. My stint there wasn't too long.
17 days.
Yes, I lasted 17 days at SI. I made a mistake that I will forever regret, but at the end of the day, it helped me to become where I'm at now. I wish it would never happen, but at the end of the day, if it didn't happen, I don't think I'd be in this room with you guys. I don't think those stats would be real. I don't think I'd be going to Temple University. I got myself caught up with a girl, and kind of the story goes from there. The sad part is, I denied it, and I cried right in front of the deans because I knew that I just messed up a great opportunity that no kid's probably going to get from where I came from.
So Lincoln High School, what happened there?
I went to Lincoln, and then I ended up getting banned for a year. So I don't know. So basically, me and SI made a deal that I withdraw from the school. It wasn't a kicked out. And then I think some stuff happened, words got out, so they ended up saying I got kicked out. Don Collins, who was, I don't know if he's still an AD. He's a commissioner. Something got back to him, and next thing you know, they're like, you're on a 1-year suspension because of disciplinary reasons, because you got kicked out.
Wow.
But I'm like, that's no, the plan. The plan from SI was that I just got I withdraw because of money.
So you banned from Frisco.
I was for a year. I could not play one sport at Lincoln.
Right.
Couldn't play football. Could not play basketball. Could not play baseball for a whole year.
So even if you went to another school like Gal,
Suspension.
You know what I'm saying,
I'm banned.
Still,
Anything in the AAA, or if I would have went to WCL, if I went to Oakland, and it was so many schools. Like I could have went to De La Salle. I could have went to Clayton Valley. I had a lot of schools who wanted me to come to their school, Stellar Prep. But no matter where I went, I was facing suspension because Don Collins would have made that happen. And we dealt with him for a year. We were ready to go to court. We were ready to sue. It's like it's ridiculous how, like, I'm going from a whole different league to where you're not even like a commissioner at, and I come into AAA and now I got to sit out a year. So that's why I ended up going East Coast.
Yeah, but you know what I will say too with that is, don't hold on to that. Though.
No, yeah, I don't. To be honest, I thank him.
Right.
I really thank him because, again, if I didn't go East Coast, I would not be here. You know, if I thank him, so it's good.
All this is going on, like this nonsense per se. A lot of roadblocks.
Yeah.
What's your next move? What are you thinking at that present time? And then what led you to reaching out to Shane Skulls?
Basically, well, all that was going on. It was a lot. It was basically like, well, I know the road I'm going down. It's either I could just be a delinquent and not do anything and just sit at home, or I gotta go out and do something. And that's when, you know, I started hanging around a lot of my friends in the prep school. They were trying to get me to Stewart Hall, and I was like, all right, there's people fighting for me, but I need to not let them fight for me. I need to fight for myself. And reached out to Shane Scove on Twitter. Told him I have a great opportunity to go to Trinity-Pawlings School he went to. Was there any words of encouragement or anything that you can give me? He reached out within seconds. Wow. Me and him had a 2-hour phone conversation on the phone. He shared me his story, how his mom passed away to cancer. Him and his dad wasn't really, hitting it off pretty well. And his dad said either get your GED or you get up out of here and go to New York.
Right.
And that story really connected because we were in somewhat of a same situation. And he started off in San Francisco. He went to a school out in the East Bay. Yeah, he went to school out there actually in Palo Alto near there. And then he ended up going to New York. So during the present time, I was like, I could stay home, I can go to Lincoln, I could become nothing. I've seen some of the best athletes, in my opinion, go nowhere.
Right.
I will, in my top 2, top 5, whatever you call it, Jaquez and Niamo is one of the best athletes I've seen. Well, I don't care if anyone says they're mediocre, they're the best athletes I've seen. Jaquez is an inspiration to me because he taught me how to be a dog and taught me how to not care about what anybody say, but also be humble at the same time. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to take me under his wing. I played Pop Warner with him. He could have been like, oh, I don't want to talk to you, bro.
Right.
Same thing with Yama. I don't know Yama that much, but I saw the passion he had to not give up. Right. So I was like, I got to go make a name for myself, and I got to let people know that I could become something great. Talking to Shane, literally after I talked to Shane, a week later, I'm in Tahoe, 2 days in Tahoe. I flew out from the Reno airport to New York to go visit TP. Lincoln started a week after that, so I had to go to Lincoln for the first 2 weeks. As soon as I got the okay, I was up out of there.
Right. Wow.
I was gone.
What about your brother? You watch him play?
Yeah, Damari. I watched a lot of Damari. I always criticize him. I always tell him he's a soft one in the family. he don't like contact. I always tell him that. But I watched him play and I watched him grow. Like I was younger, so I watched him grow up. And just to see that he dealt with so much criticism too. If you're not a quarterback, you're too small, you're too slow, you're too skinny. We tell him all this stuff. But to see the passion that he got, he's not giving up on his dream. He went. He won. Yeah. So I'm saying he's going through something right now. But it's like he went from being one of the top quarterbacks at Jeff to now playing receiver and get a broken collarbone. Like he's not giving up. So many people would give up in that situation. Man, I don't want to play. He's not giving up. Right. And he's also one of my inspirations too, is because even though we always talk him down, he will never let that ever affect him. He will always, I'm gonna go on that football field, whether I'm a receiver, a corner, a quarterback, I'm gonna show you I can play something. Right. And I kid you not, he gonna earn a spot somewhere. Whether it's play receiver at CSM, wherever he goes, he will be a benefactor, without a doubt. And I think that's everybody in my family. Same thing with my little brother LeVar.
You're in New York.
Yeah.
Far away from home.
Yeah.
Did you ever get lonely?
Yeah, I got lonely. I got depressed. I got lonely. I got depressed. I didn't have anyone around me. Didn't have no dad, no mom, no sister, no brothers, no aunties, no nothing. Again, I couldn't sleep at night. I cried myself to sleep. I talked to my therapist on a daily. I went to a school therapist almost every day of the week. I walk every day with a smile on my face, but no one knows what I truly went through. And there's a lot of kids who I think that have struggles, who've been through hard situations, harder than me, but yet they don't open up. I think having someone listen to what you've been through, but also relate to it. Don't just get any therapist you think that has a degree. Get someone. It could be a mentor. It could be Jeremiah. It could be Adam. It could be anybody.
It can't be me.
It could be anybody because it's just what they've been through. So I think I recommend a therapist to anybody because of the simple fact that to get everything you've been through off your chest it's a relief.
He got the therapist.
Yeah.
The glasses on.
That's why he looking at it.
That's what you tell me, man.
I think it's a good situation for everybody, and again, it's not always just a therapist. I can come in, I can call Jeremiah and be, listen, this is what I'm going through. Can you give me words of advice, or can you just listen to me? And I've always wanted to be a therapist. I've heard kids' problems. I can somewhat call myself a therapist. I've heard kids go through struggles. I've heard what they've been through. With girlfriends and friends. It's like I know what the struggle. That's pretty good.
It's funny because that's where we connected. That was one of our connection points. Because I went through therapy.
Yeah.
When I was depressed, and that's part of how I became kind of like you kind of become like a hood therapist.
Yeah.
Because you learn how to listen and diagnose and trigger words, and you learn how to help people. And if we've talked about therapy, I recommend it for everybody.
Yeah.
Somebody who listens, because the listening part is validation.
Yeah.
Whatever you going through, it's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all good. We
Just
all
talk
going
about it.
through
Yeah, talk about it.
You got rich millionaires that have therapists. Because when you're dealing with a lot in life, and sometimes you don't feel it because you up in the mix.
The biggest thing is athletes. Like you heard Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Love. They battle through depression because everyone holds them at this expectation. Is where you're an athlete to me. You're not a human being. You're an athlete who has this platform where you're gonna let everyone know that it's okay to be where you're at. No, I'm a human being to you. I have feelings. I'm not always an athlete. When I'm done playing on that court or on that field, I'm a human being. I got the struggles I'm still going through.
But also, because you seem like a lion ready to take on the world and stuff like that. But sometimes your shoulders get tired. You got anxiety, worried about the people that you got to look out for, other people's expectations, being just looked at as an athlete. Some days, that stuff can just hit you like a ton of bricks.
It hit me every day. I'm going to be honest. It hit me every day because of the simple fact that when I go on that football field, I'm not playing for myself. I'm playing for the whole Bay Area to show that we can make it. I'm playing for my family. I got so much on my shoulders. It's like, if I get injured, I kid you not, when I got kicked out of SI, no one was around me. I lost all my support. Friends, family. I lost everything because I was supposed to be this big dog at SI. I was going to take over the WCL. When I got kicked out, I sat in the house for 2 weeks straight. The hardest part was calling my dad, and I cried to him, and I'm like, I couldn't even say it. I was like, I just got kicked out. He hung up, and he cried, called me back, and told me it's going to be all right, but I knew it wasn't going to be all right. I tell you, I lost all friends. I couldn't even go on SI campus for a year.
Right. Well, he couldn't get too mad at you because he been through.
He been through worse, but at the end of the day, it's like he don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He don't want to see me mess up the opportunity that not a lot of kids get.
So your pops has said that your last couple of years at Trinity, he watched you become a man. Do you agree?
No. And a way of, I'm not done. I still got a lot left. Becoming a man is getting a degree in providing for your family, in my opinion.
Earning it.
Yeah, earning it. I don't, and becoming a man, there's a lot to do. I've done probably a quarter of it. Not all of it. I've done a quarter of it. It's so I'm not gonna say I'm a boy, but I'm gonna say I'm in a man. I'm about to become a man. I'm in the process of becoming a man, and I think at Trinity-Pawlings, it's helped me to become where I need to be. Academically, physically and mentally.
Does Trinity cost?
Yes, it's Trinity-Pawlings is $60,000. It was 62 grand.
What?
So this is where you've been the last 3 years.
The last 3 years last couple years I went to St. Ignatius. That cost 19 grand when I was there. When I first got to TP, it was 52 grand. Then it went up to 59 my junior year. Then it went up to 60 my senior year. At Blair Academy, it is 60 grand. I'm getting 60 grand full ride with an additional $2,000 for food, anything I need. And we did that, and I came up to at least $248,000.
Now, and then we got Temple coming.
Temple with out-of-state tuition is close to 50-something grand, 60-something grand out-of-state tuition.
We did the math over the phone.
Yeah, it was.
How much free
I
education?
think roughly it was about 2,448,000. I think.
No, I think it's more. I think it's more closer to like 350.
350, yeah, probably was 350.
350,000
350
for
yeah.
over an 8-year course because you're getting your degree.
Yeah. I've managed to earn all those scholarships with of being academically, success, but also athletically.
Now your dad kind of, when we talked, it's kind of like you hustled these scholarships.
Yeah, in a way of hustle, as in a sense of knowing how to talk and how to approach yourself. I think that's what a lot of people understand. Is like you got to be able to be, the right person at the right time. I'm not going to be sagging my pants every 30 seconds. Like when you go to work, you're not going to be sagging your pants every day. You're kind of a whole new person. You're saying you're talking proper. You're talking to who you need to talk to. You're being how you need to be. It's like when you leave work, you can go, chill with your homies, kick it, whatever. You're a whole different person sometimes. But I think I had to show them that with my story and where I've came from, that I'm not just some quote unquote what they say hood rat who are just going to take in the opportunity and just let it all fall and let the cookies crumble. No. I'm going to take the opportunity you give me, and I'm going to show you that I can be something way better than what you think I'm going to be. Every school from SI to TP, I'm not a Blair yet, so I can't really say them, but SI and TP, they probably had their thoughts. They knew I was going to probably give up. They were like, this kid's definitely going to give up. Nah, I'm going to show you I can be better.
Shit, I was gonna say I don't think you should be sagging your pants at all.
Nah,
show your ass on the field.
Yeah. I think
people running behind you.
Yeah. I think a lot of people got a lot of stereotypes. Man. That's what it is, stereotypes.
Now 3 years, Trinity Prep School, all league, 3 years, 50 touchdowns, MVP of your league, free education. If it ain't breaking, why fix it? Why you transfer?
I left just because of the simple fact that academically, Blair is one of the top 20 academics, one of the top educations in the prep school. I think that's what I looked into. I was able to connect on a coaching style with the Blair coach. I have some buddies who are already at Blair who I've seen success. I've seen, them go from being a 2.7 student to a 3.5 student, and just kind of have more opportunities. It's more so. Me and my coach, again, I respect him. He's a great man, a great mentor. I just think that we kind of collided. Like you say, we're two elephants in the room. We're two alpha males who wants all the attention on us. And I think that he taught me how to just kind of calm down sometimes and just be coachable. And I think I'm gonna take that with me. But also another reason is you can't. I was gonna be the first kid to ever do it. You cannot do a postgrad at the same school you've been at that you started at. So that was something also I played is I was at TP for 3 years. I cannot do another year there, so I had to go to a different school. The plan was I was going to be the first person to ever do it, but I was like, I don't think I was ready for it. I don't think I could do 4-5 years at the same school. I felt like I needed something new, so that's why I left.
Took a look at your max preps. You're already on the Blair roster and everything. Yeah. You've been talking to coaches. Like, what do they have working for you? How do you see yourself in the offense?
Yeah, I talk to the Blair coach every day. Me and Sailor are pretty tight. He's a chill dude. I always talk crap to him. I think he kept it real with me from day one. He said, You're going to be our leader. You're going to be our quarterback, and that's it, and that's all. Again, they got a plan for me. They're going to try to mix up the offense a little bit to work on my style. We're kind of like the Lowell Cardinals offense. We're kind of super under the gun, under the center, wing T, wishbone, but we're gonna try to mix it up, throw some shotgun in there. We've been watching Army and Navy a lot, so he's gonna work to my strengths, and then we're gonna also try to again, like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they've had their strengths too, so we're gonna just try to put it all in one factor and just see how it goes. But I talk to him every day. He is the reason to me getting all my offers because he works like a dog. He makes sure all his students are getting Division I, Division III, whatever, NAA, NIA, whatever it is, offers. He sends all our film out to 101 coaches every day.
So this is Blair's coach, though.
Yeah.
Blair's coach is the one getting you these scholarships, and you're just getting there.
Yeah. So before I got to Blair, I think 2 weeks after I made it official I was going there, I got my first offer. Then after that, it's been nonstop. He's the one who took me out to Penn State. He's the one who took me to the opening. When I flew out to Philly, he was there. He watched me. He took me out. Everything. So it's
the reason to my success of all my offers is Coach Saylor. Yeah.
Now Trinity invested a lot in you.
Yeah.
They can't be too happy about you leaving.
They were not excited at all. I think because of the simple fact that I told them I was coming back. That was the initial plan in the beginning of the year, but yet I felt it wasn't right. You can't ask me that question in the middle of our football season. You can't say, hey, are you going to come back? I'm going to say yeah, because I don't want to mess up with my team chemistry. I don't want it to get leaked out that, oh, Ray's not coming back. So I told them yeah. I mean, I should have been a little bit better on that, but they were not excited. I did get treated a little bit unfairly towards the end of the year.
LeBron James.
Yeah, I got treated unfairly a lot at the beginning of the year, but I don't want to throw them under the bus. But yeah, they were not excited about that at all.
But you know that's learning fast though, because you know a lot of athletes have to play politics like that.
Yeah.
You know, in the professional field.
Against grown people.
Yeah. Against grown.
Now we talked about the pipeline over the phone.
Yeah.
From San Francisco to New York. How you want to create the opportunity for guys like yourself to be able to go to New York.
Yeah, like me and I were talking about if the Devin Henderson, like I mean, he was a GOAT from what I heard. I heard he could have been in the league, and it's like to have those guys and Yamo and Quez, like if they could have went to the prep school route, they could have did, you know, prep schools like you understand you're able to do 5 years of high school there. You could play till you're 19. I could have a freshman year. Say I didn't do good my freshman year, I could repeat my freshman year there. I could go there. So it's like if people had the opportunity to go to these places and play against Division I athletes, 19-year-old kids, you're going against a 200-pound lineman here, but out there you're going against a 380 who's running a 4.5. Or potentially run a 4.6, 4.7, who has, like, I'm going against an Alabama commit, a Penn State commit, Georgia commit. My D lineman just had 35 offers. This is second year ever playing football. He's from Scotland. He just dropped it down to 15. Now he dropped it down to 5. Notre Dame, Scotland. Second year ever playing football will be next year. He has Notre Dame. He's his top 5: Notre Dame, Cal, Syracuse, Michigan, and Penn State.
All right, so now that you're home for the summer, what you doing?
I'm working out. I'm spending time with family. I'm working out with younger kids. I'm going to the gym every day from 5 to 9. I'm gonna start working out with Fidel. He's the quarterback coach at Sacred Heart. Again, shout out to him. He's the reason why I've been successful. Yeah, he's the reason I'm successful.
I done played against your dad. I done played against Fee.
Yeah, Fee played a big part. Fee played a big part in my success on why I had a great season this past year, because he did not need to come out every day and work out with me for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks straight. He came out there with cones, drills, anything. He played a big success.
Hey, it's funny because Fee's a big guy.
Yeah,
I know him as a big guy, right? Because I don't remember him in high school.
Yeah, he's played quarterback from what I heard. He was filthy too.
I put a picture on Facebook of Dante Culpepper.
Yeah.
And people kept tagging him. They said that's who he played like.
Yeah, he was Fee was a monster. My dad always tells me Fee was a monster. He said Fee was the benefactor of why they were also successful too, with the years of him being there too. But again, my success goes to Fee because he did not have to come out there and work out with me every day, and we're gonna do it again.
I seen what you put on social media. Your message. That was beautiful.
Yeah, he played a big part.
Have you spent time with your mom? You said you haven't seen your
I haven't seen my mom in about maybe roughly a year or two. She's not getting out till September.
Yeah.
But she called me she called me recently, so basically hopefully sometime out here in September, and hopefully I'll see her during draft day when she's next to me.
Look at that. Speaking of that, what is it you want to do with your life?
My goal is, I think every goal of the kid is to make it to the NFL, but my real big goal is to get my degree, become successful financially, support my family, buy my parents a house. Yes, I repeat, I'm going to be cliche and do what everyone does. Saquon Barkley just did it. I want to buy my parents a house and pay all their debts off and do what I got to do to get back to them, because they've made huge sacrifices to be where I'm at now. And then just definitely pull a Marshawn Lynch and don't spend none of my money.
Buying my house with the dog coming out the garage.
I told them you get the house, not the cars. I want a minivan. I ain't buying all that.
This guy, buy the house, not the cars. Who raised you?
Not the cars. The cars will get repoed so quick you don't even know it.
Invest in your neighborhood. Invest in your neighborhood. The government's not.